Hello and welcome to Kman Gaming. I am Kman and this is Factorio. This is it, we are totally ready to finish now. The last thing we need to do is 3,000 white science a minute, and we need to start off with 3,000 miners. And that is our miners. So we've got over 1,300 of iron, we've got 1,800 of copper, and we've got over 300 of coal. So that will do us for our mining build. That about does it. So we have 10 copper lanes here out of 30. Then if we go across, this is our iron smelting setup, and we actually have 20 lines of smelters for our iron here, and then we have another 20 copper here, making 30 lines. On to oil next. We now need to get 538,000 crude oil and crack it in 81 oil refineries. I'm going to go a little bit over that to do some overproduction, but let's go and get it. This is our petroleum build. We have upped this to 90 oil refineries to produce all the petroleum that we need, and like before, we have got our cracking just at the top. Heavy oil comes out into this top one, light oil comes out into the second one, petroleum comes out into this third one here and connects up so that we can get some really fast throughputs to look after the base. We've also just completed our plastic build as well. I think we'd better go and complete what we can for our steel build. We've got 7 of our iron plates go into 2 lots of steel, so that shouldn't be too difficult to do. Let's go and do that now. And there we go for the steel super quick. That was almost in real time. And now moving on to the electronic circuits and the advanced circuits. Now we're quite lucky that we have these builds already, so we'll just copy and paste those from the earlier bases. $18 full belts of green science. Copper coming up from here and here. Iron coming in from here, leading each one or producing 1 full belt. We may as well move on to the reds while we are here. So we need 113 assembling machines, which will produce us just under 4 full belts of red circuits. This is our red circuits build. Now we have finished the red advanced circuit, it's time to start building the solid fuel, the sulfur, the sulfuric acid and the batteries. All of these go into chemical plants. We need exactly 100 chemical plants, so we should go down and get those and we can start building the array. The solid fuel is one of the easiest things to make. It's just petroleum gas. That is all of our chemical plants needed for our solid fuel. While we're up here, it does make sense that we actually start doing our rocket fuel. $124 assembling units, all producing us some rocket fuel. Next up we have got the sulfur, which is made in just 4 chemical plants. Two sulfuric acid machines right there for us. That's that done. Our next is the batteries. That is half-built batteries ready and waiting to be produced. Now we go straight on to creating the accumulators, which happens in 8 assembling machines, and that takes the batteries and iron plate, and that's all. Super quickly there, we have got our 8 assembly machines all producing our accumulators. Now it's time to build our radars, so we need to create some iron gear wheels and link it up to some green electronic circuits. Here we are, that is our build for our accumulators. Naturally we will need to get some more beacons and some more of our modules. Now we are on to our solar panels. That is our solar panels being built, and now we have possibly the easiest build of the later game, and that is our first level speed modules. Our next build will be the processing unit, so let's go and build that now. We are quite fortunate in that we already have a blue circuits built, so we're just going to copy and paste that. That is our blue circuits complete. We can create our low density structures. We do have something similar for this already. And here is our beast of a low density build, all to produce just under 1 belt of low density structures. We are on the home stretch now. We're just going to finish off these rocket control units. There we go, super simple build for the final rocket control units. Now we're just bringing everything together and we will start placing the 3 silos. I think that will be the build then complete. Let's get our rocket silos complete. I do believe at long last this should be our space science complete. Now I need to go and fill in a couple of bits and pieces that I have clearly missed, and then we shall turn this on. Well, this is it. This is the byproduct of many hours. Let's go and launch the start of our space science. So this is copper, all feeding into our green circuits. And we can see our first green circuits being produced. Each goes to a different place. This will come round into our solar panels, and that iron will feed through into gear wheels and radar. Let's release all of these. Let's link up our oil production. So this is our crude oil now being produced. It will all feed through. Now we have all of the excess heavy oil being cracked into light oil, being cracked into petroleum. Let's go and link up our coal. Our coal then all gets turned straight into plastic. Then we need to connect our water to turn on our sulfur processing. And at this point we'll add in our iron. And now we turn on our solid fuel, which all goes round to be evenly distributed into our rocket fuel structures. Sulfur is going through into our batteries, and they go through into our accumulators. This plastic now starts getting fed into our red circuits. That copper goes all the way through into our low density structures, but it will also need steel. That steel will come across into our low density structures. That's our solar panels being produced. Now it's time to link up our red circuits. And red circuits will go into our blue modules. And they should come down and round and across and into our blue circuits. Let's connect up our low density structures. And that's our first satellite being produced there. Now everything's backing up here, so we can join for the final rocket control units. And that's the last thing we need before they launch. So now we will just leave it on this. And we're almost ready to launch. There we go, everything working as it should be. And there we go, that is 3,000 space science packs per minute. Whew, this has been an incredibly long build. I do hope you have enjoyed watching this. Up next, we shall put this all together and start actually making some research from it. That is where we're going to leave the episode today. If you have seen anything that you liked or you really didn't like, if you've seen any mistakes I've made, or if you've seen anything that you think I can do better, please do leave a comment and I will try and get those fixed in the coming episodes. Equally, if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, please do like and subscribe so it helps me get this channel off the ground. That is it from me. Stay safe and I will see you again soon.